minutes, but a little more than 5 minutes really, about the precise nature of your thesis and the new knowledge that's emerged from your thesis. So if you can tell somebody about it for the first time, the uninitiated.
Okay. The thesis is a response to Donald Stern's call for a new epistemology, for a new scholarship. And I consider my original contribution to this new epistemology is an emergent African voice, which has at its heart, I could say, my value in social living pedagogy, which comprises a unique purposeful recognition, an enhanced relational mutuality, and an engaging dialogical praxis. These are, for me, dynamic relational standards of judgment, and they are the values which shape my emergent African great story, which is created and presented in the form of a traditional African weaving their cloth. Mm-hmm. And in that weave, what is evidence for me is what I'm trying to do to improve how I communicate the African voice in ways which are authentic, African, and at the same time understandable to, and I use this word really guardedly, non-Africans. I say the academy more surely. And critical for me in this, in finding this way of creating and presenting my African great story, has been my engagement with Jack Whitehead's living educational theory. Important for me too has been the work of Sharma, theory Ewan presents in, and Alan Rayner's work focused on inclusionality. That's been the bedrock of my study. There's a thread that runs through the study, which starts from an affirmation of the African voice in my professional practice. Finding stuckness, a messy word, in that African voice, and seeking to reconfigure my personal and universal dynamics, appreciating being and becoming in my living, learning and working, in order to act and transform, in a sense, I think, my own selves. I connect with Berry's work in appreciating the great work, which is also now my great passion. Two important things that comes out for me as a result of the study, beyond that value in social living pedagogy, is the appreciative value of the African voice, what I call a vital bicultural complementation, and the notion of a living eye for me that, and I say consciously in my study, consciously but also naturally, includes neighbourhood, and that gives me a positive vantage point in order to, and these are critical words for me, to audaciously imagine the world luminously. I think that's my thesis.
Thank you very much.
Well, I think you've described that really beautifully, and one of the functions of the Viva is, formal functions of the Viva is to ascertain that you are the author of this.